deliveries, cloud applications, on-premises, or it can be e-commerce or any of your IoT sensors. Our customers use this platform to automate workflow and adapt to rapidly evolving business process. We are headquartered in Wellington, Delaware, and our development center is located in India. Our customers are from a wide variety of industries, including retail, healthcare, pharmaceutical, food and beverages. So coming to compliance, we are GDPR and SOC type 2 compliant as well. And we are certified developer, Amazon certified developer, and available in AWS Marketplace. So let's move to our next slide. So this is what our agenda is set for today. You already got an insight from Hemant, but I'll walk you through the agenda. So the first thing that we'll be discussing about is the problems and challenges that most of the Amazon sellers face. And we will explain how easy integration can help to overcome these problems and the challenges. I'll give you an overview on the easy integration platform after that, maybe on the architecture level, how the system works, and we can go to the use case and business benefits. And after that, we can have a live demo where I will explain you all how easily with 3 simple steps you can go ahead, download the pre-configured uh, integration template. You can configure it with easy integration and you can start the integration. And at the end, yeah, you can have a Q&A session where we'll clarify your thoughts. So before we dive into the specific challenges and solutions, I want to give you a foundational overview of our platform. So our platform is integrations is right here. So what you're looking at here is a roadmap of what a complete integration between Amazon Seller Central account and your core ERP system can accomplish. Not just ERP, it can be your accounting system, or it can be in your third-party logistics system. So from managing your product catalogs and pricing, or to handling your inventory, orders, fulfillments, and all the way to streamlining your financial reconciliation and reporting. So we provide a single unified solution. So this is you can think of it as an integration bridge that automates every critical function of your business, giving you a 360-degree view. So in short, if I can say, it's an AI-driven platform that automates this entire workflow that you can see in my screen. So we'll talk about each of these solutions in my coming slides. So what's the feature of easy integration and how it can help you all to accomplish this particular workflow. So this is to just an overview what's coming ahead. Also, you might be wondering right now that does it work with my existing system? So the answer is yes. These slides give you a look at the range of ERPs that we integrate with, and I've just listed few. It can be any of your ERP system, it can be any of your accounting system, or any of your third-party logistics system. We also support different type of APIs. It can be REST API, SOAP API, GraphQL, the OData API, which is quite new right now. You can find that in SAP HANA. We also support RDBMS, NoSQL database, any kind of database. So we support everything, and it can be any of the target system. Okay, so coming to the challenges now. I hope most of you will relate to these issues being a seller in Amazon or any other marketplace for that matter. So the list of challenges that is highlighted here is as per the process or the workflow that you go through once you are a seller in Amazon. So you all know that once you're a seller, the first and foremost thing that you would go ahead and do is, list the products, and later on that process goes on up to inventory, all that, and until the payment reconciliation. So all this process, at every step, there are few of the challenges that the sellers face that I have personally, while talking to sellers, they have shared these challenges that they go through at each and every step. So the first challenges is creating and updating the product catalog. So in this particular challenges is around SKU data. So let's say if your SKU data isn't clean and consistent, say one SKU is spelled slightly differently in Amazon versus your ERP, so it can lead to listing mismatches or even the duplicate listing. And the scary part is you might not even notice until customer starts complaining or sales report don't add up at the end. So cleaning this up manually, I won't recommend, or obviously you might feel very tedious or prone to human error. The second challenge is manual price updates. Let's say you are using different marketplace. So manual price updates are difficult across different marketplace. So let's say you are running a weekend sale, or there's a Black Friday sale or Thanksgiving, etc. So you update the price in Amazon, but your other marketplace or ERPs don't reflect the change instantly. So obviously you would need that particular change to reflect instantly because everything is live and your other marketplace, few of the orders are coming from other marketplace, right? So so this particular issue, customer might see this conflicting inventory around here and there, and that causes a lot of issue. So next challenge that I want to talk about is the customer data issues blocking order. So Amazon requires certain customer information to process orders. So once the customer places an order, we all know that the customer data should be stored in ERP, or else the orders won't be updated. So here sometimes that your ERP or CRM is incomplete or in the wrong format. Let's say your customer data is not coming in properly, so the missing phone number or misformatted postal code can cause a block in order from being created in your ERP. So next problem I wanted to talk about is the real-time inventory level updates. As I spoke about inventory level in the above problem, in the above challenge that I spoke about. So inventory sync is one of those silent killers in e-commerce. So let's say if your ERP says that you have 10 items, but Amazon still thinks that you have 12 because there's a sync delay. So you can easily oversell. And if the opposite happens, let's say Amazon thinks you are out of stock, and when you actually have the product, so you're losing sales unnecessary there. So latency between system is a big reason seller lose revenue. Coming to the next problem. So wearing order ID schema, right? So Amazon had its own order ID format. Let's say you have different marketplace. So Amazon has its own ID format. Your ERP has some other order ID format. Let's say you are selling in your eBay, Walmart, and it has some other order ID format. So here in this case, your trading partner or anything like that altogether have different other order ID formats, and without proper mapping it becomes a nightmare to track which order is which. So this often leads to mix up in fulfillment and delayed reporting. So if you think of this problem in a more detailed way, now if I go technical, if I can explain you all. So understand this relationship between the order and the order line item. So let's say the customer has placed one single order and it has 10 different line items. So there should be a relationship between this one to many, right? One order item to many line items. So these are the challenges that most of the sellers face usually while selling in different marketplace, or they have a lot of orders coming in from different marketplace. Okay, so coming to our next challenge, that is the incomplete line item data from integration issues. So sometimes it's not even your fault. Integrations can fail to pull the complete data due to API page limit or retries. So that time you might end up with partial order details in an ERP, which causes wrong shipment, or there can be a missing item, or there can be a fulfillment. It might lead to the fulfillment team chasing this missing information. So right there, it's a lot of time, wasting the time right behind that particular order. Coming to the next point, shipment confirmation sync. So here what I want to highlight is sending shipment confirmation isn't just one way thing, right? You know that your ERP needs to send the shipment confirmation to the Amazon, and Amazon first then Amazon has to send the shipment confirmation. It's a bi-directional thing. So here, if there is a delay in either direction, your order status goes out of sync. And if Amazon thinks that you shipped late, even when you didn't, you're still the one getting penalties there. So here, the next problem I want to focus is converting shipment data. So we spoke about the shipment confirmation as a bidirectional thing, but in Amazon, we know that if we want to send the shipment confirmation, it's mostly usually through the TSV tab separated value format or the feed format. So that's what Amazon expects, that if you want to send the shipment confirmation, you need to go ahead and create a TSV tab separated value format Excel, and you need to feed it to the Amazon. So in this particular format, if there is a special character in, let's say, customer address, such a small mistake, or some data field isn't sanitized properly, the file just fails. So there is no going back. You just need to go back to the TSV format and need to sanitize the entire file properly. So that's one of the biggest headache that most of the sellers face in case of the shipment confirmation that they give back to Amazon. Okay, so this particular problem is, is related to shipment confirmation, where I spoke about this tab separated value format, which has to go, which you need to sanitize and you need to update through API or something like that. So here in this case, if you go and look out the integration platform, any integration platform, they also need to store this particular file in a staging environment, because it's a file that's getting transferred from your ERP and Amazon, right? So they need to go ahead and store this particular file, and then a staging environment to store that. So that's again a problem where there is no data protection right there, because the data is getting stored somewhere in between. So receiving buyer seller message. So biggest challenge with high volume of order is receiving timely message and alerts. This isn't just about the order status, it's about this crucial buyer seller message, where you have a lot of orders coming in, and if there is an error in an order and you want that particular error message to be reflected in flight, right, at that particular time, that this particular order has 10 line items and one line item has not yet processed. So you want that live error message to be fed up to your seller would expect that he would receive that live message then and there in flight. So even this is one of the challenge that most of the sellers face. And the last challenge that I want to talk about is the let's say you are going ahead and selling in different marketplace, and you would need a unified view analytics of the entire marketplace, like what's going on in this marketplace or what's going on in the other marketplace. So this is also a challenge that most of the sellers face, that they are not able to cope up, or they are not able to analyze what's exactly going on in the different marketplace. So this is what the problems I wanted to talk about, the problems and challenges that the Amazon sellers face. And that's mostly what I covered, right from product listing up to the shipment. And we can also add the payment reconciliation problems, where let's say once you are done with shipping, the Amazon sends the payment reconciliation bi-weekly, right? So once in 14 days you, or once in 15 days, you get the payment reconciliation. Now that's your again a manual task, where your team has to sit down. They have to go through each and every line of the orders coming from of the payment reconciliation that has come from Amazon, to check whether the payment is correct or not. They have to check the positives, they have to check the negatives. So that's again a tedious task, where they have to go through each and every line to understand the tax or understand the principal amount at each and every order. So coming to the solution, so that's where our easy integration platform works. So if you can see my screen, you can see that I have ERP at one end, and I have the Amazon Seller Central at the other end. So easy integration, you can see that it's between this ERP and Amazon Seller Central. So what I want to show here is right from creating or updating the product listing or updating the inventory, easy integration takes care of the entire flow. So here, let's say you go ahead and you have the product listing in your ERP. So easy integration will take up the product listing and it will go up and add a product listing in your Amazon. Next, let's say you want to go ahead and sync the inventory items between ERP and your Amazon. So it will go ahead and sync the inventory items. Now let's say you have there's a customer, and customer places an order. So there we also need a customer data creation in ERP. So even that happens automatically through easy integration. And customer placed an order. Next, let's say order has come to Amazon. Now let's say there is one item and customer placed for an order of two items. So we had 10 items in an inventory and it's 8 now. Now you have different marketplace, eBay, let's say for example Walmart. Now you want this particular 8 item to be reflected at every marketplace then and there, right? So easy integration also does that for you, where in real time, in flight, when the inventory is down, it will go ahead and sync the inventory at every marketplace, and it will sync the inventory back to Amazon as well. So you also can see that we have two different methods, where it can be FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, where Amazon takes care of the fulfillment, or it can be FPM, where you have any third-party logistic where it has its own warehouse management system. So easy integration also goes ahead and connects to the warehouse management system. So the entire flow, what I'm talking about, right from the product listing or order sync, inventory sync, shipment confirmation, and also the notification and payment reconciliation. So everything you can do through a single integration, or through a single flow, where everything can be automated at the fingertips. So we will talk about each of these solutions, right, going forward in my slides. So, but this is what it is. This is what easy integration takes care of, automating the entire workflow, right from the product listing up to the payment reconciliation. So this slide is particularly to explain the third-party logistics system, where you might be thinking that easy integration just takes care of the FBA, but no, it also supports the third-party logistics system, where you can go ahead and you can connect the warehouse management system, the third-party team. So you can see the flow here. So we from the master data sync, so Seller Central to the third-party logistic warehouse management system. So it's a bi-directional flow, where you have the data flowing from seller to the third party, and right from third party to seller, where it's an enrichment and order management. And order ingestion and routing, let's say customer places an order, it comes to Seller Central, and now you are not taking care of the order, right? You need to send this particular order to 3PL. So third-party logistics. So the easy integration also goes ahead and connects that extra third-party logistics for you, and the shipment confirmation that comes from third-party logistics. It also goes ahead and fetches that shipment confirmation from the particular party logistic, and it syncs back to the Amazon. It does that as well. And as I spoke about this settlement and final reconciliation, or any error handling, exception handling, it actually does the entire workflow automated. So this is what easy integration handles in 3PL system, other than the FBA that is fulfilled by Amazon. Okay. So here in the next slide, I want to highlight few of the features individually that easy integration has. So we already spoke about this automated business workflow, right? So it can go ahead and can sync orders, it can sync products, inventory, customer data. So between Amazon and any of your ERPs, 3PL, or any of your accounting software. So it can go ahead and can do that. So that's what first feature of easy integration is. It works in an automated business workflow. Unified FP and FPM support. Let's say you have FP and FPM support, both of that you are using. So you can have a unified support. It will manage both fulfillment Amazon and fulfillment merchant operation from a single centralized interface. So you will have centralized single interface where you can take care of both FP and FPM. Smart error handling. Okay, so this is something to focus more on. So I would want to take some time here. So when I say smart error handling, so let's say, as I gave an example earlier, let's say you have Black Friday or Thanksgiving or any of your sales going on, and you have a lot of orders coming in. Now I'm not talking about let's say a few of the orders. Let's say it's a lot of orders where uh, if I talk about Amazon, let's say, if I talk about API specifically, going a bit technical here. So if I talk about API specifically, if the orders are in large quantity, you know that orders are going in different pages, because few of the orders will be in single page and few of the orders will be in next page. That's what I'm talking, a lot of orders. So in that particular case, let's say a few of the orders are in first page and few of the orders are in my second page, and my line items, a few of the line items are in my first page and few of the line items are in my second page. So in that particular case, if you are going ahead and you are fetching the data for rolling 20 minutes or so at every 15-minute interval, so you might have a question that will the integration go ahead and fetch the exact same order again, or will it act in an error where, let's say, your integration has not fetched few particular orders, or if there is an error in order processing, will it go ahead and do it automatically the second time? So the answer is yes. So in this particular smart error handling, the integration is smart enough to go ahead and fetch the orders that there is an error, and it can process on its own. So it will go ahead, fetch the order that where there is an error, and it can fetch it will fetch that particular order and it will send it to ERP. So this is to highlight that the none of your orders will be left behind where where the sales is going on, where the orders are coming in large quantities. Multi-marketplace scalability. So it can connect and scale across any Amazon regional marketplace using single integration framework. When I say multi-marketplace scalability, I'm talking about different e-commerce here, where sellers are selling in Walmart, eBay, or any other e-commerce platform. So we do support multi-marketplace scalability. Uh, so whatever I spoke about easy integration, that it's automated AI-driven workflow that does the automation for you. So it's entirely based on no code. So there is no code involved in this particular platform, and it's just on drag and drop. It works seamlessly. The next feature is the payment reconciliation. Uh, Whatever problems we spoke about, this is the separate problem that every seller has, because right from product up till the shipment confirmation, they are done with shipment confirmation, and at the end they are waiting for the payment, right? So the payment reconciliation. So now when the payment reconciliation comes from Amazon, it's mostly a lot of data that comes from, if I just have a look at the single order data, so even that is a lot of data, where it gives you a separate overview on what was this marketing cost, or what was this principal cost, or what was the tax, so what was the cost by Amazon, what was the shipment cost, all that. So you need to go ahead and understand the data line by line, at least for you to understand that Amazon has paid you properly or not, right? So in that particular case, our automated payment reconciliation, what it does is, you just don't need to touch this particular integration. You just sit back and relax. Easy integration will fetch the document bi-weekly whenever it is available. It will consolidate the data coming from Amazon, and it will send to any of your accounting software, or maybe you want it in a database, it will send it to database, or let's say you don't want to send it to any of this particular software, you want a visual out of it. So we also have a AI window where you can have a look at the visual of this particular payment reconciliation coming here. So in my technical demo, I'll be showing the visual, so it will be more clear there. Okay, so introduction to easy integration. So I spoke about easy integration a lot in my previous slides. You guys might have a doubt on easy integration platform, what exactly it is. So easy integration is application UI when I give you all the technical demo. So by the time it will be clear. Okay, so coming to the use case. So the first use case I wanted to talk about is the multi-channel retail challenges. So as you can see on the screen, this use case focuses on solving multi-channel retail challenges. So we have all seen a major player in this space, Walmart, Amazon, eBay, and many more, right? So businesses today aren't just selling from one place, they are everywhere, their customers are. So with this approach, they are having challenges coming their way. So we'll quickly discuss. I don't want to go much detail on each of the challenges. So we'll quickly discuss just as an overview. So let's say you are selling the product on your own website and also on Amazon, but your inventory isn't updated on Amazon. So customer on Amazon buys an item that is actually out of stock. So this leads to cancellation, delays, and frustrated customers. So to overcome this problem, this particular problem that one of the sellers that has faced, who is with us. So to overcome this problem, so we have this we provided this real-time unified inventory to our customers. So our system synchronizes your inventory instantly across all your sales channels. So the moment a product is sold on one platform, the stock count is updated everywhere else. So the second problem I want to quickly go through is the fragmented order data, where we have the centralized order management, which you already discussed. Pricing and promotional conflicts. So this is a big one. So you might have a promotional price on one channel, but not on another. So when a customer sees a different price for the same product, it creates a confusion, right? So our system maintains consistent pricing, as I told you in one of the challenges and one of the solutions that it does. It maintains a consistent pricing and promotion across all challenges. The next problem I want to focus more is this analytics and attribution graphs. So with so many challenges, it's incredibly difficult to track which marketing efforts are actually working. So you might be spending a lot of ads on one platform, but with a clear view of your sales and marketing ROI across all channels, you're essentially flying blind, right? You can't make informed decision about where to invest your marketing budget. So to overcome this particular challenge, which is a big challenge right there for sellers, So we also deliver AI analytics visibility, as I told you, that we pull all data from all your challenges, all your channels, and AI takes care to give you a clear, holistic view on your sales and marketing ROI. Uh, so let's quickly go to our use case two. So this one is for different business model, the D2C, no inventory seller. So this is a rapidly growing model, I can say, where brand sells directly to the consumers, but doesn't hold its own inventory. So instead, they rely on a network of suppliers and third-party logistics partners to fulfill orders, right? So on the screen, you can see a simplified workflow for this type of business. A customer places an order, perhaps through an Amazon store. That order goes through the seller's ERP, which then has to communicate with supplier or 3PL and get the order shipped. So finally, the customer receives the delivery. So this process sounds straightforward, but it's full of complexities. Let's look at the problem column on the left. So the first major problem on this particular use case is every supplier and 3PL has its own unique system. There can be different system that they take care of, and you have to integrate with each of them. And if those systems don't communicate well, so you end up with a delayed or inconsistent data flow. So this can lead to wrong product being shipped, or worse, order being dropped altogether, right? So to address this integration problem, we automate and standardize the real-time data exchange between the suppliers and the 3PL systems. That stands for third-party logistics. So instead of manually trying to bridge the gap between different systems, easy integration provides this standardized platform that ensures that all parties are communicating seamlessly. So the next point here is with shipment and tracking status sync from partners. Your customer wants to know where their package is, right? By getting timely and accurate shipment and tracking updates from multiple third parties, where usually when a lot of third parties are involved, is quite challenging. So for the tracking issue, our solution is to consolidate and sync shipment and tracking updates from all partners across automatically through easy integration. So we centralize all this information, so the customer can have a single source of truth. So when you have multiple parties involved, the supplier, the 3PL, so the payment and the reconciliation coming from all this financial transaction, you don't need to go to manual, right? So let's say if I'm talking about FBA, the payment reconciliation is coming from the Amazon, and you need to go through each line one by one. But when the third party is involved, uh, it's incredibly complex because it's coming from different vendors, and a huge burden on your team, accounting team. So for this particular problem, the Amazon seller integrates, as I said, it integrates a different particular platform of the 3PL, and it will give you a consolidated view. Moving to our next user, so I won't go much detail in this particular use case, because this is what payment reconciliation I was talking about, that we have a solution where you can have a consolidated view, or you can have a easy integration of payment reconciliation coming from your Amazon, any of your system. Directly you can integrate, and you can automate the integration into your accounting software or database. So right now we can quickly jump to the demo use case. So okay, so this will be interesting, the demo use case. So Amazon orders to database sync. So for this particular technical demo use case, I have taken Amazon orders to database just to give an overview of how easily, or with how much ease you can go ahead. You can download the integration bridge, and you can put up your credential, and put up your target credential, and you can automate this particular workflow. So we'll just go ahead, and I'll show this particular technical demo where it's from Amazon orders to database sync. So typically, so we'll take the orders data from Amazon, and we will sync it up to the database automatically within few minutes. So let me just go ahead and So let me just go ahead and show you the technical flow. Okay. So to show you technical flow, so I'll follow this particular approach where you can go ahead if you want to go to this particular flow. So you can go ahead and you can click on this particular try for free button in our website. So our website bizdata.360.com. Just go ahead and click on try for free and you will be redirected to this particular page. So you can go ahead and fill the information, the personal information, and start my free trial. Once you do that, you'll be redirected to this particular page. Let me log in. So I have already signed up. So let me enter my email and password. Okay. So once you do that, this is what the UI looks like of easy integration, and you will be redirected to this particular UI where you can see that. So I have the where you will be configuring the integration page. So you can see that I have add button and I have the import button right here. So to configure any integration page, as I said, we already have a pre-configured template available for you guys where you can download and you can import it. So in the website, you can also see this particular GitHub icon. So I click on that. So once I click on that, so this is where I'm redirected to where I have different integrations listed here. So as we are doing Amazon Seller Central, let me just go ahead and download the Amazon sales order to database. So I'll click on this particular link and let me download this integration page. Now the integration page is downloaded, and uh, in my UI, I'll go ahead and import that integration page that I have downloaded. So let me click on download and let me just import the integration page. So the integration page is imported successfully. So now I want to show you with how easy you can go up and configure the source, configure the target, and you have the data flowing into your database. So I'll just go ahead and reshare my screen to share only the browser. So let me just stop sharing for now and reshare the screen again. So I'll go ahead and share the window. Okay, now I have shared the window. All right. So here I'll just go ahead and edit this particular integration bit that I have imported. So once I click on edit, so you can see this particular UI where I have source, operation, target, and summary. So source is where our API is configured for fetching the data from Amazon. We are getting the sales data. So has once you have clicked on this particular edit button, so your task is to go ahead and put the information, that is putting up the refresh token, putting up the client ID, and putting up the client secret. So I'll go ahead, I'll put up refresh token, I'll put up the client ID. So I'll just copy paste it from my notepad. I'll enter the client ID and I'll enter the client secret. So this is already pre-configured, as I said, where you just need to have the credential of your source and credential of your target, maybe any of the ERP that you are taking care of. And once that is done, let me click on this test button to test the connection if I'm getting the orders. So you can see that I'm getting the orders from the source. So that's what is needed for you to do in source. And next step is to go to the target where you enter the database credentials. So I'll go ahead and enter the database credential. So I enter the database credential right here, and I'll go ahead and update my integration bridge. So that now I have updated the integration bit. So I have updated my credentials in the source, I have updated the credentials in the target, and I have updated the integration bit. So that's what is needed from my end. I'll go ahead and run this particular integration. So it just took 2 steps where I'm giving the source credential, giving the target credential, and I'm giving the database credential. And after that, I'm just going ahead and running the integration bridge. So once I run this integration bridge, my data will be automatically going and updating in the database. So let me show you the let me show you the database. So let's go ahead and fetch the Amazon sales report in database. So let me reconnect my database once again. All right, my database is reconnected. And let me run this particular script, because this is where we are fetching the data from our source, and this is where we are ingesting the data. So Amazon sales report is where we are ingesting the data. So let me show it to you in the already configured integration bridge template. So if you look at this target step, you can see that Amazon sales report is configured here. So that's where we are ingesting data. You can already see in my target that my data is already fetched from source, and we have the data available in my target. So it just took 2 steps where I configured my source, I configured my target, I updated the integration bridge, and I started the integration bridge, right? So that's all I did, and I got the data running and flowing into my target system. So just for the demo use case, I have showcased a database. It can be a ERP where we do the mapping in data operation. So data operation step is the step 2 where I didn't focus on, because this is where we do the mapping. If you are sending it to database, you do the mapping as per the database. And if you are sending it to, let's say, ERP, it can be SAP, or it can be Ecomatic, or anything like that. So in that particular case, you do the mapping as per the ERP. So you don't need to take care of that, because there's already a pre-configured template where you just need to come up, put your source credential, put your target credential, you're done. So other than that, I also wanted to showcase the AI window, which I was talking about, where you have the consolidated view of the entire workflow. Let me just open that. So this is what the AI window looks like. So let it load, and you can have a consolidated view of your sales orders. So as and when I send the orders to this database, I also send the data to this particular AI window, where you can have a consolidated view of the entire orders and the inventories that's coming in from your source. So this is what it looks like as an overview, or the vendor data or the customer data. And it's also clickable, since as I was telling, it's AI driven window. It's also clickable, where you can go ahead and you can filter out as per the data that you want. So the entire window is clickable. Uh, Also, for the payment reconciliation settlement report, as I said, just not just sales order, we can go ahead and we can integrate settlement report as well. So this is what the AI window looks like for the settlement report, where you get the data from your source, and you have a consolidated view of your settlement report in a single platform. So this is what it looks like, where you have, if I can show you this particular table. So this is how the data has been ingested, where you have the settlement end date, start date, order ID, order code, SKU, fulfillment ID, amount. So every positive, every negative that's coming for a particular order ID, you have it here, and you can also go ahead and you can filter out it. So this is what the payment reconciliation looks like. And for you to test out the payment reconciliation, you can also go ahead as I showed how I downloaded the sales order. So you can go ahead and you can download the settlement report to database this particular IB, and you can put up the Amazon and the database credential, and you will have the data flowing into the database. So this is what the technical demo was about, on how easily you can connect your source and target, and you can have the data flowing from source to target. So right now we can take up any questions if you guys have. Hemant, we can check the chat if anyone has posted any questions.
Yeah, yeah, sure. We got few questions that came in YouTube. Maybe you can take it up in YouTube Live. So they're asking, uh, can we connect this with SAP or it's only for cloud ERPs?
No, we can obviously connect with any of the ERPs. Either it can be SAP, it can be any. You can just name the ERPs. We can connect with any of the ERPs. So it's just that we do the mapping with that particular ERP, whatever fields the ERP supports. So we map with that and we send it to that particular ERP. And we also have a solution in our GitHub where I was showing. The IBs for downloading. So we also have solution from SAP to Amazon ship confirmation, where shipment confirmation is coming from SAP.
Yeah, 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 that would be helpful. And also one more question that we got in YouTube Live. They're asking, like, can they customize the workflows according to their specific requirements or process?
Yes, yes, they can customize the workflow. So it's up to them what they want, what kind of workflow they want. So if you can clarify the question on what exactly workflow that you're looking for, that would be great for me to answer specifically.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And yeah,
Also,
obviously you can yeah customize the workflow. Yes,
yes.
Hemant.
So yeah, that's all with the questions.
All right.
Yeah. So I think we can end the session. We are done with the
All right.
questions. So
All right. So thank you everyone for joining this webinar. So we'll end this session here.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
all.
everyone.